Hello and welcome to the New Year Intention Setting Sound Bath. My name is Alice and I will be your guide this evening, this morning, whenever you're listening to this sound bath meditation. I think most of you know me, but for those who aren't familiar with my work or this is the first experience that you've had with me, welcome. I'm really happy that you found me and my work, and I'm really excited to be sharing sound bath meditation, journaling, mindfulness, as well as astrology with you today. And let's get started by making sure that you have everything you need. Now, finding a comfortable spot to lie down. You can also do this sitting up, but really recommending a nice cozy spot. People get back into bed, they put on an eye mask. So make sure you have a nice cozy spot. Also have some water or tea. Make sure that you have a notebook, a pen, and these are some of the key things that you need. Just a reminder, I know that probably everybody's already ready, but just make sure you have all these things, and most importantly, that you will not be disturbed by your electronic devices as well as other people in your home. So take a check, make sure that your phone is on silent or on Do Not Disturb. Tell the people in your home that you need the next 90 minutes to yourself. Just start to get comfortable now. I've done this New Year intention setting sound bath for a couple years now, and it is my favorite way to start off the year. And know that you can re-listen all throughout January or really whenever you need that reminder of grounding down your dreams, finding more clarity and focus, and remembering the insights that come through during this session, as well as stacking the insights that will come through when you do this a second time, a fifth time. A lot of clients, they're like, I was listening to this on repeat for all of January. So we'll start off with this grounding meditation to reclaim our energy. We will do some light stretching to kind of get out some of the wiggles. We will do a reflection of 2023, and then we'll get into the sound bath, which will be not only healing but relaxing. We'll do some breath work to start off as well. And then to end the session, I will share insights for 2024. So what do we expect in terms of big themes, opportunities for growth, challenges? So another thing that you'll need later on towards the end of the session is your free career astrology report, or if you've gotten your expanded career astrology report, grab that, make sure that it's handy, or just listen along and re-listen to the astrology forecast portion at a different time. So let's get started. Let's do that grounding meditation. Come to a comfortable seat. Place the palms down on the knees. Start to roll the shoulders back a few times, then forward, then one more time up and down the back. Press the shoulder blades together, creating some opening, some heart expansion here. And close your eyes and feel the shoulders move down and away from the ears. Feel the sit bones root into the earth. And notice a lengthening in your spine as the sit bones root down, and imagine a string at the top of your head pulling you up to the ceiling. And start to tune into your rhythm of inhales and exhales, noticing what your breath is communicating to you. Now, the breath is a powerful tool that allows us to anchor into the present moment, and is actually one of the most, I would say it is the most effective tool to shift your state of being and to move you from a stress state to a one that is more relaxed and grounded. When we make our inhales longer and extend out our exhales, we're able to shift into that parasympathetic nervous state of rest and digest. And science says that 90 seconds is all that you need to make that shift, to start feeling a little bit more at ease. For me, I need about 5 to 10 minutes of really just being focused and getting to that place, because 90 seconds, sometimes my mind is still wandering. But maybe that's all you need. Just no judgment, awareness as you start to draw the attention inward and feel the breath move through the back of the throat, down the length of the spine, and into the belly. And we're all coming from different places and spaces and time zones, different seasons of our life. So this grounding meditation anchors us into this digital room, anchors you to your present space, where you are on earth, and into your physical form. In your mind's eye, I want you to start to see your energy coming back to you. Almost like you're a magnet, and your energy that has gone to different places and people are just coming back to you, sticking, connecting back into place. Maybe you see it in your mind's eye swirling around you. Settle into the body, settle into the breath. And we'll start with 3 cleansing breaths. As you empty the breath out, take a deep breath in through the nose and an audible exhale out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose and an audible exhale out through the mouth. Take another deep breath in through the nose, holding at the top. Take another sip of breath in and then let it go out through the mouth. Seal the lips and breathe in and out through the nose. And again, feel the breath move through the back of the throat, down the length of the spine and into the belly. I invite you now to set an intention for our session. And if you need some inspiration, I invite you to be open, curious, to receive the insights you need to receive right now, and most importantly, to have fun. This time is for you. It is an opportunity to nourish yourself, to come back home to your truth, to reconnect to the part of you that sometimes may be neglected. And the sound bath meditation, the mindfulness exercises that we'll be utilizing in today's session will help you recollect your energy, fill up your cup. So at the end, you'll be feeling energized, but also relaxed, ready to really focus on what you want to call in for 2024, because this session is just the beginning. It opens the door. It allows you to understand the possibilities, because after listening and participating in this first session, you'll start to see things come through in your life through journaling, through yoga, through meditation, through just daily life, because you've opened this door to really receive all the different things that are coming your way in this upcoming year. So start to place the hands together at the center of the chest. Take a moment of stillness, of gratitude. As you tap into heart energy, focus on the heart center. Now your heart energy, the electromagnetic field, moves 6 feet out of the body from the heart, and this is known as your aura. And this is why cultivating your energy, paying attention to who you are with, is so important. Start to rub your hands together, creating some heat, so creating some friction. Moving a little faster now, and placing your hands over your face, feel that warmth radiate towards you. And as you're ready, gently open your eyes, coming back to the present moment and the present space. All right, welcome back. We're gonna do some light stretching now. So I have all my bowls in front of me, so I won't be able to do all the movements. So just listen to my cues. want you to inhale your arms up to the sky and reach your fingertips high up to the ceiling as you root down through the sit bones. Relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. Spark the fingertips up and exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands out in front of you. Slight tuck of the chin to the chest to keep a nice neutral neck. Keep reaching your fingertips towards the front, and notice that with each exhale, your hips are shifting down and back. Feel a lengthening in the spine, and in your mind's eye, notice your spine getting longer and longer and longer, stretching towards opposite ends of the room. With each inhale, feel the spine lengthening. With each exhale, feel the body sink down towards the earth. Slowly walk the hands back to you. Switch the cross of your legs here. Inhale your arms up to the sky and exhale your left hand down and lean over to the left. Root down through the right sit bone. Maybe bring your gaze up to the ceiling. Reach your right fingertips towards the left side of the room, feeling that juicy side body stretch on the right side. Inhale to rise on up. Switch to the other side. Root down through the opposite sit bone. Reach to the right side with your left fingertips and feel that nice juicy stretch on the other side. Breathe in deeply. Remember, the breath is communicating to your mind, to your body, your current state of being, if you are safe or the opposite. So what is your breath communicating to you? And start to slow the breath down. Inhale to rise on up. One more time on each side. Maybe this time you're dropping the forearm down or placing the right hand on top of left for a gentle twist. Feel the shoulders move down and away from the ears, and the sit bones anchor into the earth. Inhale to rise on up, move to the other side, dropping your forearm down or placing your left hand on top of right. Breathe in deeply. And inhale to rise on up and spark your fingertips up. And exhale, forward fold once more. Walk the hands out in front of you. Breathe into the back body. And slowly walk your hands back to you. Gently roll over the knees and come into a comfortable tabletop position. Shoulders over your wrist. We're in a tabletop position now. I can't demo this for you. And your hips are stacked over your knees. Knees are hip distances apart. Gentle bend in the elbows. Spread your hands wide on your mat, on your bed, wherever you are. And let's do some cat-cows. Inhale to press the chest forward, gaze up at the ceiling. And exhale, chin to chest, dome the spine. Do some cat-cows here. And really exaggerate these movements, bringing in some organic movements as well. Maybe you're shifting your hips back, shifting your shoulders forward, moving into kind of like a child's pose, then a modified upward facing dog on your knees. You really can't do these stretches wrong. Move in an intuitive way. Just do what feels right. No one is watching you. I'm not watching you. You're alone in your home. So do what feels right. Breathe in deeply. As you come back into your table and you feel complete, I want you to push back into a downward facing dog or into a child's pose. If you're in your downward facing dog, your heels are pressing down towards the earth, your hips or tailbone are being pulled up to the ceiling. Your core is nice and engaged to support your lower back as you press your belly button to the spine. Nice neutral neck as you nod yes, shake no. And if you're in your child's pose, Feel your hips sink down and back, your belly relax between the legs, and your body just sinking down into the earth. Now you can add some props, some blankets, some pillows underneath the body. If you're in your child's pose, for some extra support here as you continue to reach your fingertips forward. And for those who are in your downward facing dog, just walk it out. Pedal out your feet, feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs. And for those that are in your child's pose, stay in your child's pose. If you've chosen your downward facing dog, walk your hands to your feet. You're in a forward fold. Feel your feet root down and hands grab opposite elbows as you feel the sway of your body side to side. Hips and the tailbone are still pulling up. For my friends who are in child's pose, continue to breathe into the back body, breaking up any stagnant energy. And for those who are in your forward fold, switch the cross of your arms and continue to feel that natural sway side to side. And check in with yourself. Start to notice how you are feeling in this moment in time. We've been focused on getting the mind, body, spirit aligned through breath with some light movement, and check in with how you're feeling. Those in a forward fold, gently release your arms and walk back into your downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, meet us in a table. If you're in your child's pose, come up to a table as well. And then we're all going to move from our table to come to a comfortable seat. Stretch your legs out in front of you. And slowly start to roll onto your back. When you get onto your back, bring your knees to your chest and start to roll your your knees in one direction, giving your low back a nice massage. Then switch the direction. And as you come back to center, drop the knees to the right, gaze to the left. Breathe in deeply. And move the knees to the left and look to the right. Feel your shoulders drop down into the bed, into the earth, wherever you are. And as you come back to center, give yourself one more nice hug and then move into Shavasana. Stretch your arms up and overhead for a nice full body stretch. Fingertips towards the back, toes towards the front. And then give yourself a nice hug once more and rock along the length of the spine or come to a comfortable seat. Okay, we're going to do some journaling exercises now to reflect on 2023. We're not going to be journaling for too long, so know that after this session you can always come back to these questions and take longer to reflect. Okay, so the first question I have for you is, what is one word to describe 2023? And if you did this session with me last year, you can look back on your notes and see, what did I write down? What was my intention for this year? I know that my intention was confidence. That was the word that I decided 2023 would be. And I've really felt that. So take a few moments. We've kind of brought our energy back to us, settled into our bodies, kind of decluttered the mind a little bit. What is one word to describe 2023? The next question I have for you is, what are 3 wins you can celebrate in 2023? 3 wins. We don't often take time to celebrate our achievements, whether they're small or big or somewhere in between. And I have found that regular practice of celebrating your wins is really effective in rewiring the mind to focus on the good things that have happened and all the progress that you've made. The human brain, the mind, can tend to be negative, focusing on what needs to be done, what hasn't been done, and this sometimes, a lot of times, most times, isn't very helpful. So let's focus on our wins. What did you achieve this year that you're really proud of? Maybe it's meditating more, even if that's just a handful of times more. Maybe it's starting to have more awareness that you need more alignment in your life. Maybe it's walking for 20 minutes every single day, spending more time with yourself, learning how to spend time with yourself. Think of 3 wins. Doesn't have to be career oriented. I know that I'm a career astrologer, but this session is more general. Although later on I will give you some dates that you can pay attention to help you in your career and in business. All right, so as you write down your 3 wins, for those who are done, I want you to write down 3 things that you've learned, 3 areas of your life that have really felt a lot of growth and expansion. So 3 lessons, 3 areas of growth, a combination of these things. Just write 3 things down where you felt like, wow, I really expanded in this area. And for myself, it was really starting to activating my voice in... I'm always proud of the work that I do, but selling it is is a very different thing. And being unapologetic this year as I really sell to and share rather the work that I do with people who may be unfamiliar, who work in corporate environments, who are very new to astrology. And so I've really been focused on finding the right ways to share what I do that says like, hey, like this is what I feel like astrology has to offer for you. But like it's a very fine line of being too pushy or kind of being and sharing too much if that person is not interested, and kind of really reading the room and reading the energy. And I feel like I have learned a lot about that this year, what works, what doesn't work. And really, I think many people probably resonate is sometimes we're just talking to the wrong people. You want to find people who see you, who value your work. And sometimes we get into those patterns where we feel like we are in this loop of like suffering or things don't work out for me. And so your brain, you yourself, like go to those people and places. But I really found opportunities this year to really break through that and go to the places, go be with people who really see me and really understand my work. Even if they don't understand astrology, but they understand the intention and have a curiosity to learn more. Okay. And then we'll write down anything you want to leave behind in 2023. And even if you're listening to this session in January, don't worry. January is a very liminal month, and in between time. I actually don't really feel like it's the new year. I do feel like a lot of new year energy, like kind of scrambling to make sure that certain things are done for the end of the year, and kind of thinking, okay, some of the things, the loose ends that I haven't finished in 2023, in the first few weeks of January, what needs to get done. So start to focus on what do you want to release. Could be intangible, could be tangible. What's no longer serving you? What feels heavy? You want to release anxiety, how you relate to others, releasing caring about what other people think, should versus want, following your own truth, even though it might look very different from what other people think is right for you. Maybe self-sabotage. Focus in on what you want to leave behind. So again, the questions: 1 word to describe 2023. What are 3 wins you can celebrate? What are some areas of growth, some lessons that you've learned in 2023? And what are some things that you want to leave behind? And already, don't you feel a little bit lighter that you've written it down? If you don't have a journaling practice, it is very powerful to journal regularly. It helps for emotional processing, to also kind of connect the dots and just process through all the different things that you see and that you're working through. I've been regularly journaling my entire life, but for the last 5 years, I journal with every new moon, every full moon, so that I can really keep myself accountable on the things that I want to create in my life. And it's really made a big difference. So we're going to finish up here. We're going to get into our sound bath meditation. So I want you to find a comfortable, cozy spot. Grabbing your eye mask maybe. Dimming the lights, getting under your covers, under your blanket. And if this is your first sound bath, I'm so honored to be your guide. It is a very relaxing experience and one of the easiest ways to drop into a meditative state. You might find that you're floating in between states of awake and asleep. You might fall asleep as well. This is why you get the recording so you can re-listen. It is a modality that I fell in love with around 7 years ago, and I knew that with my first experience that I had to share it with other people. It really helps to quiet a busy mind. I love hearing all the beautiful sounds that come from these bowls. And actually, my bowls target the endocrine system. And the endocrine system really is responsible for the hormonal responses in our bodies, from like sleep to just all these different things that are happening in our body, like our sex hormones, just so many different things. And they also target the chakras as well, so it's deeply healing. This is why I think that sound healing is already very healing, because sound heals, moves through the body in very interesting ways. And these bowls specifically target the endocrine system, which is responsible for a lot of different bodily processes to help us with inflammation, with our stress response, and it just helps you to feel even more relaxed. And with that, I want you to empty the breath out. Take a deep breath in through the nose and an audible exhale out through the mouth. A deep breath in through the nose and an audible exhale out through the mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose, hold it at the top. Take another sip of breath in and let it go out through the mouth. Start to seal the lips and breathe in and out through the nose. Feel the breath move through the back of the throat, down the length of the spine and into the belly. And I want you to imagine roots growing from your body down into the earth. Your roots are slowly moving down, down, down through the many layers of the earth, moving down, down, down. Helping to provide beautiful grounding energy, allowing you to feel even more safe and secure. Feel a deep sense of ease wash over you. Now we're going to do some box breathing. If you're not familiar with box breathing, we're breathing in for 4, holding at the top for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding at the bottom for 4. So let's get started. Breathing in for 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Come back to your natural breathing. And I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose and just hold. Hold at the top. Keep holding. Maybe sip in a little bit more air. Keep holding. And a deep exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Feel your body sink down into the earth even more now. If your mind gets busy, come back to the breath. Clear the mind after acknowledging those thoughts that come up. And feel the breath move through the body. And notice the rise and fall of your body with each breath in and each breath out. Some energy now. I want you to imagine a ball of light at the bottom of your left foot and a ball of light at the bottom of your right foot. Now these wheels of light are going to move through the body and get rid of any stagnant energy. And in your mind's eye, you might start to notice that these wheels of light are getting denser. You're going to pick up anything that doesn't serve you, anything that feels tense, that is weighing you down. Start to notice these wheels of light moving up through the left foot, the right foot, up through the ankle, through the shins, through the calves, through the knees, just slowly moving up. Moving up through the thighs, paying special attention to the hip points, becoming one at the base of the spine, and then slowly moving up through the torso. And as we're at the base of the spine, allow yourself to release anything that is keeping you in a flight or fight mode. Increasing your cortisol, not allowing you to feel safe, seen and accepted. Just release anything that makes you feel like you do not belong, that you need to be in survival mode. light, that inner sparkle that people can just tell, because it shows in our body language and in our eyes. So reflect on what is preventing you from feeling more joy, more pleasure, allowing you to really tap into the creative, artistic side of you. And slowly moving up to the abdomen. Is there anything that is preventing you from feeling fully empowered in your worth? Something I always tell my clients is that you may be uncertain of your direction, but it doesn't mean that you are not confident. They are not directly related, but somehow we tie them together. So what is making you feel disempowered, causing some confusion within your identity, pulling you away from your truth, from your truest self? And then we're starting to move up to the heart center. What is preventing you from receiving? It is at times easier to give than to receive. But know that as you want to receive more abundance or whatever resource, whatever you want to call into your life, you need to make space for it. So clearing out the clutter, releasing any guilt, any shame, not allowing yourself to be vulnerable and asking for help. And taking note of this ball of light, that it's probably getting a little bit bigger. Remembering to breathe the deep inhales, deep exhales. Start to notice maybe some of the hardness that is formed around your heart energy center that is preventing you from really receiving all the blessings and gifts that want to come into your life. I'm thinking about ways that you need to forgive yourself and others. Release some of the heaviness that is weighing on your heart. And now we're moving up to the throat. And begin to notice in which ways that you are not activating your voice, that there might be a dissonance, a disconnect between the words that you speak and the actions that you take. And start to notice this wheel of light forming back into two and moving down through the arms, into the hands, into the fingertips. Then slowly moving up the hands, the arms, the shoulders, and coming back into one at the throat. Moving up into the face of the back of the head, paying special attention to your third eye. In what ways have you been doubting that inner voice, your inner wisdom? Let it go. Trust yourself. It may not make sense in this moment, but as you allow things to unfold, it will. Finally, moving to the top of the head, releasing anything that doesn't allow you to feel connected to your higher self, to spirit, to the universe, to a higher power, to every single being on this earth. We are all connected. And start to notice this wheel of light, this ball of light moving out of the body and just floating at the top of the head. Notice all the junk that you have some space now in the energetic body. Think of one word, one feeling that you would like to embody more of. And notice that it is forming into a ball of light at the top of your head, and it is pouring down into the body, filling you up like a cup, like you're pouring water into a glass, all the way from the toes, up through the legs, up through the torso, the hands, the arms, and up into the head. Allowing you to shine, to sparkle from the inside out. Empty the breath out. Take a deep breath in through the nose and an audible exhale out through the mouth. As you settle back into the body once more, feeling a little lighter, but also grounded at the same time. Allow the brow to relax, the cheeks to soften, and start to notice your jaw relaxing as well as you move your tongue away from the roof of the mouth and feel a slight separation from the upper jaw and the lower jaw. Focus on your third eye, space between the brows here. This is the seat of intuition, and I know that many of you have questions, things that you are ruminating on, some uncertainties that you would like the answers to. So in your mind's eye, I want you to bring your attention, bring your focus to your third eye, and start to visualize a big chalkboard. It could be a big screen, a big pad of paper. This is where your intuition will communicate with you. So think of a question that you have, maybe just some general insights that you need, and start to see the answers show up in front of you on the screen, on this chalkboard, but also being open to the fact that it might come through as a visual that is outside of this screen. It could be a feeling, you could be transported somewhere else. Allow your intuition to communicate with you in a way that really resonates. breath in through the nose and an audible exhale out through the mouth. Sinking down into the earth, feeling more still, more at ease. Maybe some of these insights that came through were a little bit unfamiliar, but trust in the process. Trust that your intuition always knows what is best for you. Our next exercise is to get a clear picture of what 2024 is going to look like for us. Going back to your mind's eye, that screen, that chalkboard, or that big pad of paper is now replaced with a movie theater screen. This is a movie theater for one. You are sitting in a very comfortable chair. One of those that reclines all the way back. There is a comfortable place for your legs, for your feet. And the movie is starting up. And what you see on the screen is a trailer, a preview of your life in this upcoming year. These are going to be some of the highlights. So I want you to pay attention to what is the music that comes up? What are the key shots and scenes that are showing up? And maybe the title of this preview. Starting to watch, and this preview is a little bit longer than your typical ones, and when it's done, it actually loops back to the beginning. So I want you to watch it a couple times here, and each time you watch it, you're noticing a new detail. Maybe a new character, a place you've never been before, major breakthroughs, insights, opportunities for growth, joy, Slowly bring some attention back into the body by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Raise your arms up and overhead for a nice full body stretch. And slowly bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. And gently roll on to your favorite side using your bottom arm as a pillow. And just resting here for a moment. And come to a comfortable seat. Palms together at the center of your chest, sitting nice and tall. And take a few more moments of stillness. Take note of how you are feeling, checking in with your mind, your body, and your spirit. Once more, allow your sit bones to root down and the top of your head to be pulled up to the sky. Rolling the shoulders down and back. Sit nice and tall here, stacking your shoulders over your hips. And start to rub your hands together, creating some heat, creating some friction. Place the hands over your face. Feel the warmth radiate towards you. And as you're ready, come back to the present moment and the present space by opening your eyes here. Now, I know that some of you want to take some extra time to come back into your space before you're ready to receive all that cosmic insights, the astrology forecast for 2024. So I invite you to just start to wake the body up. You can pause this video right here, this recording, so that you can take some time to just wake the body back up. And for those who are ready to move on to some reflection and to get the astrology forecast, I want you to grab your notebook, grab your pen, and start to journal about what came up for you during the sound bath. And if nothing came up, no worries. Maybe you fell asleep. Re-listen to the sound bath portion of the meditation whenever you need. But also, if nothing came up or you're like, oh, I can't really remember, just start to write. Just start to free write because you're in a very interesting state of being right now. Very liminal, able to receive, getting more insights, very creative, very problem solving oriented, openness, really expansive energy. So just start to write here about what came up for you, the visions that you saw, the preview of your 2024. What did that movie trailer look like? That was a fun one, right? That came through right as I was starting the meditation. I don't really plan what I'll say. I want to kind of see what's going to be the most resonant and powerful for those who have opted in, who will join, those who bought their ticket weeks ago, those who bought their ticket the day of. Like it all comes through because time is non-linear and it's all happening at the same time. And that movie trailer visualization meditation really came up, and I thought that was really fun. And I hope you really enjoyed it. I saw some things come up for myself as well. So take some time now, journal, and then we will start that astrology forecast in a little bit. Welcome back. We're now going to get started with the astrology forecast. I hope that the sound bath session was very clearing, very energizing, allowing you to understand that there are a lot of opportunities available to you, and all the answers you seek are really within you. And sometimes you just need to meditate, to come back home to yourself, to really gain access to the answers, the insights that have been there all along. 2024 is going to be a very exciting year. I know that I'm really looking forward to it. 2023 has been a liminal one in between different seasons, different lessons, different learnings. So at times, this past year has felt a little bit frenetic, a little bit all over the place. And if you're looking at your free career astrology report or your expanded report, um, you will see that if you have a lot of Scorpio, Taurus, the number two, the number eight in your free report, if you look at the chart properties, that means you have been going through it. It has been a challenging time for you, but I'm here to say 2024 is going to look different. Trust me. So again, if you have a lot of Taurus, Scorpio, numbers twos, number eights. So what do I mean is like if you have more than three of those combinations of Taurus, Scorpio, the number two, the number eight, that means that you've really felt the energy of the last 2 years a lot as we've dealt with themes around money management, risk, stability, like empowerment, deep healing, understanding where we've been self-sabotaging, realizing uncomfortable truths. I mean, a little bit heavy, right? But as always, we have lessons that we are experiencing, and for some of us it just feels more acute, more like the spotlight is on us. So if you have any of those signatures, those placements, know that 2024 is going to get a lot better. But we're all experiencing lessons and learnings and challenges in those areas, and what we have learned these last 2 years ushers us into a new season where we'll be using those insights to feel more empowered. Now, what does that mean? Now, we are in this new cycle that started last July, lasting for like about another like year and a half, around really feeling more empowered and following our own vision. And what does that mean? That means making yourself a priority. We're going to see a lot of relationship dynamics and habits and the way that we relate to others, engage with others kind of fall away, things that are unhealthy. And it's not that your relationships are going to be on the back burner, but through the focus of yourself and how you can improve your mental health, your well-being, being a better advocate for yourself, in turn, your relationships will be better as well. I know that for myself, I am working on really being able to speak my truth even more and really express how I'm feeling when it's uncomfortable, when I'm like, I know this is wrong, this doesn't feel right, but I don't really have the words for it. And I know many of you are also learning those lessons as well. So this upcoming year, 2024, is about empowerment. It's about understanding your vision, taking the driver's seat in your life, and understanding which areas really need your focus and your attention, and where you can really lead. The phrase that I have is trusting yourself to lead yourself. So think about the ways that you really need to start leading different areas of your life. And you can see, if you look at your chart, where Aries comes up, if you have like, let's say, like Jupiter in Aries or your sun in Aries, this is going to be an area of focus. And in the notes, I'll also have like the houses description, the signs description, so that you can kind of piece together some of how this general collective energy is going to affect you at the individual level. But like always, if you want personalized individual information, please get your expanded report and book a reading with me, because I will go through how all the different transits, like the Mercury retrogrades, um, the nodal placements being in Aries and Libra, will specifically affect you. But for now, we're talking about this general vibe that'll help you set your intentions around, like, what are some of the general things that I will be experiencing, that we'll all be experiencing. So in 2024, really learning to trust yourself. We are also really in the second year, entering our second year of Saturn in Pisces. So really understanding where we are delulu. The Solulu is in the delulu, but where are some of our delusions really not helping us? Because Saturn is really about grounding some of this water, floaty, ethereal aspects of Pisces, a water sign that's very imaginative, very creative, very psychic, very intuitive, into our reality. So many of us have a lot of ideas swirling around. So, how are you going to put that into action? How do you take action to make it into reality? Because these intention setting sessions are very powerful because it gives you focus and awareness of what needs your resources. But it doesn't mean that once you do this, you don't need to do anything for the rest of the year. This is about understanding the aligned action you need to take with just having this focus. And as you take actions and steps to make what you've been dreaming about during this session and after the session into reality, it's going to unfold in very beautiful ways. And with Saturn and Pisces, we're all being pushed to understand how we deeply connect with our meaning, our purpose, our inner truth, as well as really understanding what spirituality means to you, specifically connection to your higher self, to your heart, to your soul, and really paying attention to what doesn't align with those values, what doesn't align to your truest self. So, this next year, we're all going to have the invitation to have deeper alignment. So understanding, like when it comes to a job, where are you kind of being a little bit disillusioned, a little bit unreasonable, and where do you actually need to be more unreasonable, need to dream even bigger to create a very different reality for yourself. Um, it's also a focus on emotional well-being, mental health. So we're really focusing on making sure that internally that we are processing, that we are regulating our nervous system, and make sure to look at some follow-up emails that I'll be sending out because I'm going to do a free nervous system regulation challenge in the month of January that gives you a meditation, a breath work, or something every single day. And each week I'll share some journaling exercises, a bit about the astrology that can help you, really help to just feel more safe in your body because we have to feel safe in our bodies in order to make the best decisions for ourselves. Because I could tell you all the insights you're meant to be receiving right now that you really need to hear, but if you're in a stress state, if your cortisol levels are way too high, you're in that flight or fight stage, you're not going to be able to receive. So this challenge is to allow you to receive all the insights you're getting from me, from other people, from books, from things you're watching, courses you're taking, up to that next level. I have some notes here. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so we're talking about the trusting yourself to lead yourself. That's about the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra, which is going to release, those relationship dynamics, those people in your life that really aren't going to serve your highest good. And of course, Saturn and Pisces, we're going to be in that for the rest of the year. So, really focusing on your spiritual practices and how you can connect to your intuition. This year, I really feel like it's going to be a big focus on communication because not only are we drawing the attention inward because North Node is in Aries, but also we will have Jupiter entering Gemini in May for the rest of the year and into 2025. So, we're being we're being invited to understand what do we need, what are our boundaries, and then to really vocalize it. And so with Jupiter being in Gemini in the latter half of the year, it is going to be very lucky, very expansive, lots of blessings coming our way when we're communicating, when we're connecting with our local community, when we are educating ourselves on new subjects, new topics, and using all the learnings for the last 2 years and really our lifetime so far to really say, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I desire. Now, from now, it's already been in this sign for a while. Jupiter's in Taurus, so it's been here for like the latter part of this year and up until May of 2024. And so we want to continue to plant seeds and to put in the hard work to be patient. It's a bit of a slower energy. So what we want to focus on is to really be intentional about how you spend your time. Focus on nourishing your body, like paying attention to the foods that you eat, as well as like how you take care of your home, what's in your home, and really making sure it's a sanctuary for yourself. And know that this first half of the year, like it will be expansive. It'll be lucky when you focus on slowing down, taking care of yourself, putting a good foundation into place, like making sure everything is where it's supposed to be. So in the latter half of the year, to be more social, to be more chatty, to be more out there, it is going to be a really good time in the latter half of the year to really share over social media. So if I've been telling you through, like, whether my posts or you've gotten readings with it, it's time to write a book. It is time to get like a YouTube page or get a TikTok. It is time for you to really explore that this year. So really communication, I feel like, is going to be a big focus, because our Mercury retrogrades are also all going to be in fire signs for the most part. Mercury is a sign of communication. It rules travel, time. So during Mercury retrogrades, we want to make sure we have enough time to get to where we need to go. We want to make sure that we're double checking all of our communication. There could be lots of miscommunication. Technology is kind of haphazard as well. I always have to make sure that my electronics will be safe, because I have lost phones. I have lost laptops during Mercury retrogrades, but that's just me. And when Mercury retrograde is in a fire sign, it gives us an opportunity to understand, how are we taking action? How are we being center stage? How are we being creative? So the for 3 times next year, and the dates, let me make sure I have some of the dates, but you'll get this as well if you look in the notes section. We'll have a Mercury retrograde in Aries, April 1st through April 25th. We will have a um, let's see, let me make sure that there's one in the summer. Mercury retrograde in Virgo and Leo, August 4th through the 28th. And then our final one, Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, November 25th through September 15th. So this Mercury retrograde in Capricorn ends on January 1st. So we're done with that. We get more um, insights around career, achievement, success. And then these other three Mercury retrogrades that will be coming in 2024 invite us to understand how we can be more creative, how we can take more action, how we can be exploring more ways that bring us joy and pleasure, as well as inner child healing as well. And I think that with the fire sign, it just gets us kind of like moving a lot more and understanding what are our inner desires. How can we be more expressive, which is why I believe that communication is going to be a big theme in 2024. And the last thing that I want to focus on is Pluto in Aquarius. With Pluto in Aquarius, this is something that affects us as a collective. Pluto is the planet of transformation and change. And in Aquarius, it's been jumping in and out of Capricorn and Aquarius, which is why it's causing like society to break down, for people to realize this is unfair. Things should be done in a different way. Is this equitable? Is this how we want to be living? And there will be more social uh, issues. The world will kind of feel like, oh, there's a lot going on, but it's supposed to feel this way. It's really for our higher good, so that we understand what needs to be changed. And towards the end of the year, Pluto is going to then finally stay in Aquarius. So if you are someone working in nonprofits, someone who has a lot of Aquarius, a lot of 11s in your chart, that means this is going to affect you a little bit more, because you are someone who's focused on the collective, the community, helping causes that you care about. It's very likely that you are working at a nonprofit or something that's humanitarian related, or creating something of your own. So you will feel this more deeply as you see who needs help. And lots of people need help, but who are the people that you feel like you can uniquely help? And so for the rest of our lifetimes, we will be changing systems and structures and processes, so that we actually really put into place the understanding and the universal truth that we are all interconnected, and we are only doing as well as the worst person off on planet Earth, because all of our energies are intertwined, interconnected, as you can feel the transformation that happened for you during the sound bath meditation. I can feel your energy through the digital screen, and really, even, as I'm filming this, no one is listening to it right now, but like I said, time is non-linear. I felt a lot of things come through, a lot of things releasing, a lot of inspiration come through as well. Like we are all deeply connected. And this is something that I had no idea, really no awareness around until 5 years ago when I started this business. And I was like, wow, to really understand the energy of a situation is to understand how everything around us operates. Something that I like to share um, a lot with my boyfriend actually is what is the energy of success? And the energy of success, like really, the serial entrepreneurs or people who just like seem to be moving very quickly in their careers. Yes, they're good, but also they understand the energy of what is going to be successful, a partnership, collaboration, a business to start, a trend to pick up on, a product to create, a service to share with the world. They understand the energy of like, oh, this feels kind of like the last time I made a lot of money or I was able to help a lot of people or to help create a lot of change. So I invite you to really feel into energy a little bit more. Check in with yourself in the morning, in the evening, before meetings you go to, before social situations. Those are going to be the easiest ways for you to start understanding how energy shows up within you and how to better understand it. Okay. Oh, and the word that I have for 2024 is empowerment. This is my keyword for 2024. This is what we're going to be experiencing. It's not my personal word, but this is the word that I like to describe astrologically after looking at all the insights of kind of like the theme and areas of growth. We're going to be looking at spirituality, health, taking action, self advocacy, relationships, purpose, meaning, moving out of the superficial, opportunities, slowing down, intentionality, communication, creativity, pleasure, and joy, information gathering, social media, connecting with your local community, and really strengthening relationships here. And again, some of those keywords I want you to pay attention to is leadership, spirituality, creativity, communication. Really, change starts from within. And this is the big theme. As the North Node is in Aries and the South Node is in Libra, we are being invited to understand that when we focus on ourselves, when we make sure our cups are filled, when our mind is right, when we're taking the right actions, we're living our truth and not just talking, but really our actions match what we are saying. It is a ripple effect in our community, in our society. People see the change that you're making, it inspires them, and this energy is contagious. Some key dates that you will also be able to see in the notes as well. I want you to pay attention to February 19th of 2024. This is going to be a time that you're going to do some deep healing around your purpose. So if you look at your North Node placement in your chart properties, that last paragraph of the free report, that first page of the free report, it tells you more about your North Node, about where you are going, that last sentence of the third paragraph. So in and around February 19th, you'll feel some healing or some realizations around what is preventing you from really tapping into your purpose. Now, we're also going to, like the nodes in Aries and Libra are more strongly felt during eclipse season. So, eclipse season this year is going to be from March 25th to April 8th. So, that's a chunk of time, and we'll feel it 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. So, at the start of March into mid April, we're going to have a lunar south node eclipse in Libra. March 25th. We'll have a solar north node eclipse in Aries on April 8th. These are times when we will be given what we need, maybe not what we want. It's really accelerating so that we could really recognize what needs to stay, what needs to go. Really big times of change, but can feel a little bit emotionally up and down as well. But when you know it's coming, you'll be better prepared. And how to be better prepared? Look at your moon sign. Make sure you're taking time to take care of yourself. Now, the second part of eclipse season is going to be in September and October. So all of September up until mid-October, we're going to have a North Node lunar eclipse in Pisces. That's a little bit different on September 17th. And this is kind of like a bit of like a limbo time of a start of the next cycle that we'll be beginning. And this is going to be a focus on the spirituality part, around your intuition, around emotional, mental well-being. And then we have a South Node solar eclipse in Libra on October 2nd. So those are some of the key dates that I want you to focus on. And I'll give you one more. Mars conjunct the North Node on May 19th in Aries. So on May 19th, you're going to get some extra boost of energy to take action to make your purpose more of a reality. And with that February 19th, for those astrology junkies out there, it is Chiron conjunct the North Node. So Chiron is healing, North Node is purpose. And that's all I have for you today. Now it is time for you to set some intentions. So for the next 10 minutes or so, I want you to, or maybe longer, it's going to be an open-ended part of the session. I'm mindful of keeping this to 90 minutes, but you can take for however long you need to kind of journal about what intentions you have for 2024. And my questions for you, and you can see in the notes as well, is the one word you want to have, you want to embody for 2024. What are 3 wins you want to happen in 2024? And then I just want you to write, just kind of write what came through during the meditation, like what risks you need to take. So maybe 3 words around not 3 words, but 3 risks that you might need to take that feel a little scary. But remember, fear and excitement are 2 sides of the same coin. Fear and excitement are 2 sides of the same coin. So you can choose to either feel fear or excitement. I think we want excitement, right? Okay. So you will also see in the notes section the specific times for each of the key things that we did. So that's easy for you to come back to this recording and replay specific sections. And as always, you can come to me for an expanded career astrology report for more information, or I really highly recommend in the month of January and February that you book a career astrology reading. That's 45 minutes, and I will give you an overview of what your year looks like, what to look out for, areas of growth, best times for you to start a business, launch a product or service, ask for a promotion, start a new project at work, maybe look for a new job, start a side hustle, all the different things. And as well as the types of people that you want to call in to help you really achieve your dreams, ways to make money, really how to expand your luck, how to be more magnetic to attract the people and opportunities and experiences that really light you up. I talk about all that and more in your career astrology reading, and that career astrology report is also a really nice complement as well. Questions, you know how to find me. And again, now is your time to journal, to set your intentions. And I know that 2024 is going to be an incredibly insightful, growth-oriented year for you and for me. I'm going to be here to support you every step of the way. Lots of news, programs and things will be coming through. I'm not exactly clear right now. I've kind of relinquished control around what it's going to look like, but it's slowly coming through. And that first one is going to be a free nervous system regulation challenge for all of January. And I'm so excited for you to join. I'll also be doing lots of free workshops, one monthly free workshop to help you dive deep into your free and expanded career astrology report. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your evening, and I can't wait to hear how your 2024 unfolds. Please let me know. Okay, until next time.